Denies parole today for the teenager who killed a local student.
Makyle Wilson will have to serve at least another 2 years in prison for a shooting in Newport 2 years ago.
A judge sentenced him to 11 years, and in a strange twist of judicial math, he was up for parole only 3 months later.
But as Local 12's Joe Webb tells us, the mother who promised to fight to keep him locked up wins the first round. It's a story you'll only see here on Local 12 News.
When Makyle Wilson was sentenced this summer, a teary Shelly Trautman vowed to fight his parole at every turn. Today, a teary Shelly Trautman got a phone call that Makyle Wilson was denied parole and ordered to serve another 24 months before his next hearing.
I'm happy. I'm glad that the decision that they have made is blessing us all a little bit more right now. And these are tears of joy, actually.
Trautman's home is filled with images of her son D'Angelo Wilson, who was shot and killed in August 2014. He had just graduated from Newport High School and was headed to college. Makyle Wilson was on supervised release for another crime, had a gun, and said he was too drunk to remember pulling the trigger. Makyle Wilson was just sentenced here in June. He got 11 years for manslaughter and tampering with evidence. But since he had already been locked up for 2 years since D'Angelo Wilson was killed, he became eligible for parole just 3 months later. Trautman knew that and organized a petition drive to keep Makyle Wilson in jail. Monday, she took a group of 5 people to Frankfort to personally address the parole board.
We pretty much poured our hearts out with the truth and who D'Angelo is and was, and who Makyle is and will remain to be. But we wanted to remind them that this isn't just for us and my family. This is for everyone's family. That day, it didn't have to be my son. It could have been anyone. It just was my son. And I'm a mother, I'm his mother, and I'm gonna fight until the end.
Which will be at least 2 years down the road. A road that Shelly Trautman thinks is slowly getting her to justice. In Newport, Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
Makyle Wilson is held in the Simpson County Jail. The Department of Corrections website lists him as a high-risk inmate.